Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. So for today's video, I'm actually doing something for the very first time on this channel, and that is a Q&A. Now I've done these tags and things before, which are like the Christmas tag, the TMI tag, the mum tag, best friend tag, all things like that, but I've never really had an actual proper personal Q&A because honestly I just thought nobody would ask me any questions. But I tweeted out a little while back saying that people can tweet me any questions they want to be in the video and or DM me, and I put the same on my Instagram. And yeah, about 25 questions have been tweeted to me, which I'm a little bit baffled by because I genuinely thought it would like completely flop. I'd have to delete the tweet and pretend it never happened. So yeah, here we are. So I'm just going to jump straight on into answering the questions. If you do enjoy watching the video, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. And let me know if you'd like to see more content like this, because these are like my favourite sort of videos to film because they're super chatty. And yeah, without further ado, let's jump straight on into it. So I have actually only got 15 minutes of record time left on my SD card because this is the second video I filmed today. So let's see how much we can get through in 15 minutes. I am going to leave people's questions, like a screenshot of the tweet or whatever, like here so that you can see it. So the first question is from Hannah, and she said, what is my favourite makeup brand? So it's a tough one. If I'll go drugstore, because I feel like the majority of the makeup I wear is drugstore, and if I was to pick high-end or drugstore, I would pick drugstore. You see, I want to say Makeup Revolution because it's super cheap, and now that they do like concealers and foundations and things, like that's really good. But I've always had a thing at the bottom of my heart for Maybelline because that is like my favourite brand of all time since I've been about 13, and I could easily do a full face of their makeup, no bother. But Revolution's like makeup palettes are next level, so for that reason I think I'm going to say Makeup Revolution. The next question is from Nina, and she said, what is my favourite New Hope Club song? Literally the hardest question. So I feel like this is going to sound so typical, but it is going to be Let Me Down Slow. Like, if they can release the studio version of that soon, if you get what I mean, you get what I mean. Yeah, that would be amazing. But I feel like that's a proper bop, and as much as I love the Live at the O2 on Spotify, I would quite like an actual proper version of that. So that's my favourite song of theirs. Marcia asked, what's my favourite colour? In case you can't tell, like by the wall behind me, my favourite colour is pink. Like, such a stereotypical girl, it's ridiculous. But yeah, if we're going to talk like a shade of pink, like a proper pale baby pink, this sort of a shade of pink in this top here, that's my favourite colour. Also, if I say anybody's name wrong, like pronounce it wrong, I'm sorry, but I'm literally the world's worst person at pronouncing words, so just ignore me. Evie asked, if you could be anyone else for the day, who would you choose to be? Oh, this is a tough one. Now, because it's Evie, I feel like I want to say Kevin the Carrot, because we have like a thing going on about Kevin the Carrot, yeah. But if I could be anyone for the day, I feel like it'd have to be somebody famous to see what it's like to live in their life for a day. I think I might pick like Ariana Grande or someone, because she looks so different to me, and it'd be so weird to like look in the mirror and then see myself as her. And it'd also be amazing to just sit there and, like, you know, when you're singing to yourself, actually be able to sing properly. Like, that'd be a dream. And then maybe like if she had a concert or whatever that day, imagine like, oh, that would be an actual dream. So yeah, I think I'll go with her, but if I thought about it for longer, I will probably change my mind to somebody else. Evie also asked, what is your biggest fear? See, I'm the sort of person that says I'm like scared of a lot of things, but they're not like massive fears in that sort of a sense. I feel like I could say like dying or something like that, but it sounds so stereotypical, but it's like, I don't actually know what my biggest fear is off the top of my head, so I'll go with that. I think you say her name Kalindai, I think that's how you say it. Her is One Rule Mendez, I can read that. And she asked, which one do you prefer being called most? Reese's sister or the girl off the train? So the whole thing with me being like Reese's sister has come from, I'll insert the picture here. Basically, everyone on Twitter the other day was saying that I look like I'm Reese's sibling, or like sibling goals and things like that. And at first I was like, yeah, whatever, what the hell. And then more and more people started saying it to me. So then I was like looking at the picture, and I can kind of get what people mean, like we've got a similar eye colour and a similar hair colour. And yeah, but it is a little bit weird like being told you're somebody's sibling. So that's that one. And then as for being the girl off the train, this makes me laugh because literally like when I go into a group chat, people will literally either put like oh it's Reese's sister, or oh it's the girl off the train. And I don't mind the girl off the train one because it's like kind of what I'm known for now in a way, even though I'm not really known for it at all. But it's like, I don't know, because it's such like a weird, I didn't expect it to happen, and then it's kind of just stuck with me. So yeah, I think I'm going to say the girl off the train for that one, because it was the most surreal experience of my life and probably the luckiest day of my life, and if I could relive it again, I would literally do it in a heartbeat. Ronnie asked, what did you want to be when you were a child? So when I was like a little child, as in about 3, I always wanted to be a ballerina. Trust me, I cannot dance for if there is anybody like worse at dancing than me, I would absolutely love to meet them, because I mean, I don't think you can physically be much worse than me. So yeah. Then when I was about 4 or 5, I always wanted to be a princess, because I literally thought you could like apply to be a princess, if that makes any sense. Like you don't have to be part of the royal family or anything, you just wrote out your job application, give them your CV, went for an interview, and you become a princess. And then when I was like a bit older, like 7 or 8, I always wanted to be a teacher. I had a thing of like, you know, when you play like school, I was absolutely obsessed with that till I was about 10. Like I had my own registers, workbooks, stickers, I had the lot. Like I was fully set on being that. And then I got to about 11 and that kind of all wore off. So yeah, they were like my 3 dream jobs as a child. Chantal asked, what's your honest opinion on me? Well, Chantal, I absolutely hate you. Oh my god. No. So yeah, I think you're a really nice person, and I'm so glad that we met like on the internet, because you're like the person I've been friends with pretty much longest, and obviously we've met in real life now, so it's not even like we're kind of internet friends anymore, we're just kind of like best friends in real life. So yeah, I think you're a really nice person, and if I ever have any like problems or anything like that, I know I can come to you and I can trust you. I'm very thankful that you're in my life. Ronnie again asked, which countries do I want to visit? Right, so as in countries, if I can class America as a country, I would say America. And if we're going to go off like a state in America, it's definitely LA, like 110%. As in like Europe, I've never been like outside of the UK at all, so I really want to visit Spain. I'd quite like to visit maybe like the Netherlands. I'm literally like thinking in my head like what countries are there. I sound so stupid, but because it's off the top of my head. So yeah, a lot of people say like they want to visit Australia. I don't really have like a massive pull to go to Australia, because it's like it's very hot, there's snakes, there's deadly spiders, and there's a lot of things that can kill you out there, so I'm not so sure I'd like jump at the chance to go there. I'd absolutely love to visit Dubai. Oh, and Bora Bora, that looks so nice. And then I'd also really like to go to like somewhere northern, so maybe like Sweden or Iceland or something like that, and watch the Northern Lights. That's literally been like a dream of mine forever. So I'll say those as countries I'd like to visit, like straight up, even though there's probably loads more if I actually like wrote you a list. Libby asked, what's my biggest pet peeve? I'm gonna say it's like people who are on the road that literally don't have a clue how to drive, and they've got a driving license. So like they'll cut in front of you, whatever, and or nearly take you out, or they don't indicate on roundabouts and things like that, and they just like really annoy me. And I feel like if they weren't on the road, it would make my life 10 times easier, because I won't be able to like look out for them all the time, like people who can just actually drive. And then the next question is off Libby again, and it said, if you had $1 million, what would you spend it on? So I think like more than anything, I would probably get like a really nice house, and like, so I'll probably spend like 700,000 on a nice house. I know that sounds like a lot, but I feel like it's something that you can invest in, and then when you want to move on or whatever, you've got like a property which you've got the value of that to move on. So yeah, I would definitely get a house with a swimming pool because that is literally like my lifetime dream. And then I'd probably spend some money on like a holiday home somewhere, whether that be in the UK or not in the UK, just somewhere that I know is my own and I've not got to pay for accommodation. I can just go whenever I want, and then you could also like rent that out as well. And then I'd also probably get a really nice car, so I'd maybe say like 50,000 on a car, and the rest of it I don't even know what I'd do. Like, I'd say I'd like just keep it and help people out if they needed it or anything like that, but in reality, like if you're saying I had to spend it all, I'd probably just end up buying absolute rubbish out of the rest of it, like little things that I've wanted. Grace asked, isn't Grace the bestest person ever and George should marry her? Grace, you're not the best person ever. No, I'm joking. You are the best person ever because last night you literally spent about 2 hours sat watching my videos religiously, which made me actually really embarrassed that like knowing somebody was sat watching my videos, and then you told everyone on your Snapchat that they should subscribe to me, and yeah, so you're the best person ever for that reason. And George should marry you, so at New Hope George, at George Smith, if you're watching this video, which you definitely aren't, you need to hit up at New Hope Grace on Twitter. And Grace also asked, what is the most embarrassing boy situation ever? And can we also just like admire your profile picture of Matilda for a minute? Like, let's just insert a nice zoomed in picture of that. Honestly, nothing like immediately springs to mind. I'm quite an embarrassing person in general, and I embarrass myself on the daily. So yeah, but I am quite unsociable as well in that sense, so there's not that much opportunity for something majorly embarrassing to happen to me. So off the top of my head I can't actually think of anything. And Grace also asked, wow, she really wanted to be featured in the video, what is the most embarrassing New Hope Club experience you've ever had? And this, like, as soon as I read this, I was like, I know what this is. So without a doubt, it is not when I ended up with Blake on the train, but the train before that. So when I was coming into Manchester, and then obviously they were behind me getting off it, and then when I'd gone down into the taxi rank because I knew they were waiting for a taxi, I didn't know how to go up to them at all, and they were just kind of stood there with Ben talking. I mean, if you want to hear the full story, you can watch my story time video about the whole day. But yeah, they were just like stood with their backs to me almost, and I didn't know like who to approach first. What should I say? Like, are they gonna get dead annoyed at me? Because obviously I couldn't start having a conversation because they wanted to get in a taxi, but I didn't want to be rude and be like, can I just have a picture? Because I'm not like that. So that was quite like, when I come away from it afterwards, I played that situation over and over and over and over in my head, and I still do it now, to be honest. And then I think this is the final question from Grace. She asked, what is my favourite Disney Channel movie ever? Without a doubt, my favourite Disney Channel movie has got to be High School Musical. I'm probably going to say High School Musical 2. Like, he's got some absolute bops in it, and my driving playlist has so much High School Musical in it, it's actually ridiculous, like, for the age of me. So yeah. Lauren asked, what's my favourite Disney character? So I'll do like a princess and then a character. My favourite Disney princess is Cinderella. It always has been my whole childhood growing up. It's my favourite Disney princess film as well. And then my favourite Disney character is this little guy here, Chip, out of Beauty and the Beast. I absolutely love him, and I've got so many like Chip things. Oh, look inside that cup. They're my favourite Disney characters. Hayley asked, what is my favourite meme? Now, I do actually have an album on my phone which is called Memes because I have that many of them. It's actually a bit of a problem. So one I absolutely love is this one here. I'll insert a picture of it here, and it's a monkey sipping on a Capri Sunlight. And then I use that like whenever there's tea or anything like that. And then the other meme I absolutely love is one I found recently, and it's this little girl, again I'll insert it here, and she's just sat with sunglasses on and a pair of Pringles. Like, oh, they are the best memes. And Hayley also asked me, what is my dream job? Now I feel like this is a tough one because I could easily say my dream job would like be doing YouTuber as a job, but it's not, even though it is a proper full-time job and it's like a social media influencer is a proper job, I'm not saying that. I feel like it isn't a job which you can say is your dream job. It's not like an actor or a singer or something like that. So I feel like it would be maybe like a tour manager or something like that. That would be absolutely sick to like travel the world. So yeah, something which involves travelling and then maybe something which involves touring, like put them two together. Matty underscore LU1 put on Instagram, do you think Blake's dating Sabrina? I kind of do, lol. Honestly, I don't think he's dating Sabrina. Like, he's his own person, he's 19 years old, and if that's what he wants to do, that's what he can do. Like, fans shouldn't really be involved in that in a way. So yeah, I don't think he is, but if he is, he is. Leah asked what's my favourite all-time song. Now I saw this and straight away I was like, oh my god, because I'm not the sort of person that will listen to a song for years and years. Like, my playlist on my phone is pretty much current songs from the past 2 years or so, but I feel like I'm going to say Stitches by Shawn Mendes because it kind of has like, it's kind of like brought me through, if that makes sense. So Shawn Mendes blew up when I was at like towards the end of year 11 sort of, and I discovered, well, I kind of knew of him with all the MagCon stuff on Twitter in maybe like 2014ish. And then I heard Stitches for the first time just as I started year 11, so that would have been like September 2015. And yeah, I absolutely loved the song at that point. I didn't really know anything about him and I hadn't listened to like the rest of his stuff. And obviously no one really knew about him at that point, or at least like people I was friends with and was in school with didn't until like another 9 months down the line. And yeah, at the end of like each of my GCSE exams, I knew exactly how long the song was and I knew it word for word. They say I had like 9 minutes 40 remaining or whatever. I'd know exactly how many times I had to sing that song in my head until the exam would be over, so it kind of carries a bit of a memory for me in that sense. So yeah. Laura asked, what's your favourite EP from the Vamps or New Hope Club? No, what's your favourite album or EP from the Vamps and New Hope Club? So my favourite EP from New Hope Club is Welcome to the Club Part 2. I mean, I don't exactly have a great choice. There's Welcome to the Club Part 1 or Part 2. But yeah, it would be Part 2. And then my favourite Vamps album, I mean, I absolutely love Meet the Vamps because when that first came out when I was like 13, that was my bop. But now I really like the Night and Day Night Edition album. I love pretty much every song off that. It's quite a get up and go album, which is what I like. Maddie asked, what's the worst present you've ever received? I think this is probably quite easy, like something springs into mind straight away. When I was about 7, I got bought a Bratz clock off my uncle and my cousin. Highly doubt they're watching this, so just going to mention it anyway. And yeah, it was off like a market or something like that, and then as soon as we opened the box, all the like hands of the clock just fell off and everything, which was quite funny. And Maddie also asked, what's your favourite film and what's your favourite TV show? So my favourite film, as I say in every video like this, is Angus Songs and Perfect Snogging. It's like such a cringe film and I probably shouldn't be still saying that at 18, but it's just a film I absolutely love and I did watch it the other day because it's on Netflix now. And my favourite TV show, oh my god. I got really into Riverdale because I didn't watch it when it first came out. I only started watching it a few months ago. And then we got to season 3 and then everything got a bit weird and now I'm kind of like, what the hell am I watching? At the moment I really like a series which is called The Good Place, which is about the afterlife. It sounds deep but it isn't. So it's like you go to the good place if you've lived a good life, and then this woman ends up there but she shouldn't really be there, so then she has to pretend to be somebody else. It's a bit confusing, but if you watch it, that's really good. She also asked, am I a dog person or a cat person? I'm a cat person, I'm not a dog person at all. And Dana asked, what New Hope Club song do you identify yourself with? That's like a really tough question. Now my thing is, like with Friend of a Friend, the whole it feels like 11/11 and things like that. I have a proper like thing with 11/11. I genuinely like want a tattoo of 11/11 on my wrist here. And so yeah, that song means quite a lot. And then the final question is from Simona, and it is, are you more of a day or a night person? Now this might sound quite unusual, but I am actually a day person. I'm like quite an early riser, and at night I'm really tired and I literally have no energy. So yeah, I'm a bit of a strange teenager. So I am a day person. So I've literally been sat filming this video for about half an hour now, and I have to like keep swiping things off my memory card to keep filming it. So if you have enjoyed watching it, like, congratulations for getting to the end of this. So yeah, if you have made it to the end of this, congratulations, you've done well, and I hope you've spotted your question in the video if you did tweet me one. And yeah, I think I might do a part 2 of these in like maybe a month or two, because I've really enjoyed filming this. So if you have enjoyed watching it, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up and subscribe down below, and I'll be back next Friday at 4:30 with a brand new video. Bye!